Hello everybody and welcome to Group 2's final project demo for CECS 412, a little something we like to call the sonic ruler. So as you can see, our basic setup consists of an HC SRO4 rangefinder, a battery pack, and our A3BU microcontroller. So the way the system functions is essentially it acts as a rangefinder, a distance measurer, and we have several features in here. So this HCSRO4 rangefinder is powered from 5 volts from the Duracell battery pack, which we modulate down using a 1 kilo ohm resistor to the correct voltage input for that system. Our battery pack also powers our A3BU with 3.3 volts. We tapped off after the second battery to get that voltage output. So the rangefinder, the way it basically functions is it takes a 10 millisecond or 10 microsecond high voltage pulse from the A3BU to trigger it, basically tell it to take a measurement. And then it will take its measurement using sound waves to determine the distance to the closest object in its path. And then it will send a corresponding high voltage pulse out on its echo pin back to the A3BU, where we translate that time using timer counters and formulas provided in the datasheet to various distances, either in inches or centimeters. So a few of the features of our specific setup are that we have the ability to find distances in either metric or American units.
Imperial
units. Is that exactly what it's called? Imperial units. Okay. So as you can see, we can translate to centimeters, or then we can move back to inches right here. Additionally, this system was initially designed to be part of our a car that was basically supposed to be self-driving and detect collisions and avoid them. So this system is the beginning of that greater thing. So we added in checks to see if things were within certain distances. So we have a status light that will turn on whenever we are within 10 inches from another object. For instance, in the case of our car, this would be the time when we would send a signal to our motor to stop, and then we would change directions. As you can see, we've got a display of the distances on here. And just to show you the accuracy of this device, we'd like to use Nick's phone as kind of a base measurement for our backdrop. So Nick's phone is somewhere between 5 and 6 inches, and we are rounding to the nearest integer right now, so we get 5 inches when we're pushed up against Nick's phone to the backdrop. This system should work up to 10 feet away, and then after, if there's no object within 10 feet away, we don't even bother tracking it. We just say that the system is clear. The rangefinder itself should be functional up to 4 meters, so about 13 feet. But that was a design decision we made that, for instance, with our car, we wouldn't care if an object was more than 10 feet away. That would give us vastly enough time to stop and change direction as we needed. So thank you. More to come here from Group 2, hopefully.